Don't believe you just watched. Spiritual coach RNatCaperHD.com. We're talking about the supermoon, how to make you feel. We had big old moon in Pisces, only happens about 100, 300 years. It's not that often. And then we had that Mercury in Virgo, its natural positioning, and it was just, And it gave you opportunity to think about where you need to take better care of yourself, where you need to be of service. Today's show is about the courage. It takes courage to have faith. It takes courage. And sometimes that courage comes in the form of challenges. But I want you to stop to think about if we are affirming for something to happen in our lives, are we not asking for something else to move out of the way to allow that to happen? Think about it. We're asking for change. We're saying we want to grow. We want to do things better. We don't want to be where we are. But in order for that to happen, you have to let go of something. You can't stay where you were or where you are to get to where you want to be. That's just not how that works. Now, today's affirmation, which has worked for a lot of my clients, being a spiritual life coach, and the information, that the knowledge and expertise that I've developed over the years with the stuff you have available to you. Affirmations, aromatherapy, astrology. Now I got you on the affirmations and aromatherapy. Now astrology goes into you, what's in your chart, what you came down here to do. Hippocrates was an astronomer, and his name is used as the Hippocratic Oath today for doctors. That's the oath they take to become doctors. That is not a coincidence, guys. So when I'm giving you this information with the astrology tidbits, and I'm giving it overall in general for all signs, if you want your more specific, go to my website and let's talk. Okay? Come to some of the classes so you can get connected, because this is about a group effort. To be mentally well balanced, to feel your energy, you have to use it like a muscle. You have to put some time in. Okay? You have to ask the universe to flow in and through you, and that takes courage to stand by your convictions. So I'm going to say this affirmation again with you. I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I am walking in that plan right now under grace in a perfect way, and so it is. And you call that in. I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I'm walking in that plan right now, and you absorb that. Just absorb that. Just actually go, thank you, sweet Spirit, that I'm not alone in this big, crazy world, that I'm connected to my own power. And then you guys use that energy. Use that energy to tune into self, to tune into what am I doing here? What am I thinking? How am I taking care of my body? Because, guys, a telltale sign is if your body doesn't feel good, that's the universe talking to you. There's an imbalance. There's some things you need to work on. Bonjour. How you doing? YouTube, hey now. So when you're thinking about courage and having faith, remember, when you're doing your affirmations, you're asking the universe to bring in something, to change something, to help harvest something. Well, that's energy. Okay? When you say, I know Spirit has a plan for me, say it with me. I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I am walking in that plan right now. Under grace, in perfect way. And so it is. All right? So that's what I'm talking about. Energy. And you just try that for a couple of days and just breathe that in and just see how you feel. Now, another little tip that I'm going to give you, and we got some astrology too for all the signs, is that we're going into a fall season here in the States. So the insects have been off the chain. Like, been driving me crazy. These ants are coming in, and it was very, very hot here in California. And now it's getting very cool. This is going into our fall winter. Okay, it's 68 degrees. Burr, I'm not kidding. Don't make fun of us. That's cold for us. It really is. We got to put on 2 sweaters. So energetically, okay, this is an opportunity for us to change. So I'm going to make a recommendation for you guys. If you would like, you can take some sea salt. Now, I believe in the kosher sea salt because I think it's heartier. I think it's got more and I take the big chunks, and I take eucalyptus oil, which is very repugnant, so you don't need a lot of it. And you stir and you mix that up. Now, for the outside of your home, you can put that near like where you have to go into the house for plumbing, shed areas, around some of your shrubs if you don't want them to get eaten by insects. They cannot stand the smell, and as the salt melts, it goes into the earth. So it's earth on earth. Let me tell you guys, I use that. Oh my goodness, it did such a good job. And you can do it as often, if it rains or whatever the case is, but it's sea salt. So it's good for everything. And that scent goes into the ground. So it permeates a little differently. So that's my little tidbit for you guys to go into the fall season to get rid of And eucalyptus oil, we use that in the grounding candle. That's one of the main ingredients in the grounding candle at candlespari.com. So you definitely want to check that out because you want that. Fragrance is another thing that helps you parlay yourself forward because you give a scent, it triggers a memory, it causes a frequency, it changes your vibe. You change your vibe. You no longer, what did Katy Perry say at the VMAs? You tune out the noise. You just put certain things to the side. You no longer give certain people certain energies because they're just not worth it. They're never going to change. They don't want to change. And you know what? It's not your job to make them change. So this Sunday, we will be doing meditation classes. Yes. So it's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that will be the 22nd of this month. We are tiptoeing into Libra. So happy birthday, Libras. Virgis, you still have a lot of energy. And if you guys didn't see the supermoon, go online. Just take a look at it. I'm sure there's tons of pictures, especially on the YouTubes and all that happy stuff. And do me a favor, tag Candles by Ari. Just tag Candles by Ari, all one word, so I can pull them up and see what you guys are looking at. Okay? Because it's another way for us to stay connected. And we got a lot of stuff online, guys. All of my classes are available online. So definitely check me out. All right? And this Sunday, like I said, every other Sunday, we do mindful guided meditation with me. All right, and I take you there. So, but sizes are limited because I can only do so many people at one time. But check it out, okay, at candlespari.com. So we're talking about it takes courage to have faith. It takes courage. When we're asking for stuff and we're putting that energy out there, we have to believe we're going to receive it. You have to be in a mode that no matter what silliness or boo-boo pops your way, no matter what asses may show up to say stuff that they ain't got nothing good to say, you bless them and send them on their way because you don't want to attract them. That's why you bless them. Yeah, because you curse at them, it almost kind of like conjures up another one. Okay? So basically, we want to, kind of bless them, send them away to their native nothingness, and move away from them. You do not have to embed yourself with doo-doo. You can actually make an informed choice that I no longer need to deal with this bullshit and start making arrangements mentally first, because you need to make sure you know how you want to handle it, and then just start imagining it and affirm your way out of it. I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I'm walking in that plan right now under grace and perfect way. Now, if you look above me, we have the lavender candle going today. And I put the candle on right before the show, so I didn't put a label on it. But this is the affirmation I'm giving out for you guys today. I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I'm walking in that plan right now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. Because we don't have time to keep looking back and trying to figure out why. Now is our opportunity to start looking forward. So with this Libra energy coming in, we still got this Virgo on top of it, and this Pisces with this service. Let's talk about how we can, kind of maneuver our way into it and just listen to the music. Just listen to what the universe is saying to us instead of being so hard-headed. Right? All right, so we gotta take a break. We're on k4hd.com and streaming live under my social medias. Come on back after break. Spiritual Coach Ari Mack. Hey, TikTok, how you doing? Did you guys like that new moon? Did you see it wherever you were? What about you guys? Did you take a look at that new moon? It was gorgeous. We're going to stay blessed. I thank you guys so much for joining me today. There's a lot of changes coming on with Candles by R. You'll be seeing a lot of that coming up online. I'm sending a lot of love to you guys. I appreciate you sending a lot of love to me as well. This Sunday, we will be having mindful guided meditation with me, Miss Ari. So definitely check it out at candlesbyari.com. And give me some feedback. How did the moon affect you? Did you feel the jitteries? Did you feel the calmness? Did you feel like moving through things? Like what, how did it make you feel? I know for me, I went out with my girls. And I was tickled pink just to be out with my girls. I mean, dinner wasn't that great. But, what can you do? Stuff happens. And we just kept on moving. We had our own little party, like a mobile party, just hanging out. And then came home and talked to my kid and, just relaxed. So sometimes that's all it is, guys. It's about just. So when I give you this affirmation, I know Spirit has a plan for me. And I'm walking in that plan right now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. Just give it a try. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Saying something positive to yourself. And I'm giving your affirmation notes. I'm going to give you something here in just a second for every sign, like a little thing for next week. Okay. All right. So we get ready to go back. Okay. Um, Don't believe me, just watch. Spiritual Coach Ari Mack on kbrhd.com and streaming live under my social medias under TikTok under Candles by Ari and my YouTube under Spiritual Coach Ari Mack. So you guys, follow, and hashtag me with Candles by Ari on any of the pictures, like for the supermoon. If you guys got a chance to take a picture or video, just when you put it up, tag me, Candles by Ari, so I can take a peek and see what you saw. Because I thought that was the most beautiful moon. It just made you just want to be of light, of service. So I hope that you got some benefits out of it. Today's affirmation is, I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I'm walking in that plan right now under grace and perfect way, and so it is. So you got to kind of tune out the nonsense and tune into self. And that's why affirmations are so important. And I got some astrology, a little theme for everybody for the next week for all the zodiac signs. But you got to use the affirmations, and then you got to check in, okay? And give me some feedback. If the affirmations making you rest, do you have more anxiety? It's a lot to have faith, you guys. It takes a lot of courage to stay positive and stay in your convictions. I make candles. I'm a candle maker. Candles by Ari is my company. It's my mothership. It came after the spiritual life coaching. We have 9 colors, and each one of them represents the energy that I've seen a lot while I've been down here. So above me today, I got the purple, the actual lavender sage. That's my signature. It has lavender and sage. They're all soy-based candles, and that candle is one of my best sellers. It comes in 4 different sizes, from 8 ounce, 12 ounce, and 16 ounce. And you can customize. So if you have a particular color, because each color has a specific meaning, which you can check out on my website. And, let's work together. We offer classes, and those classes and courses that we've created, our students do extremely well. I've watched hundreds of people change their lives over my 20-year career, and it takes that conviction, but you know what? You take care of your mental and spiritual well-being, you're taking care of a big chunk of your existence. When you hear people go into depression and they can't get out of it and nothing ever works, does anybody ever check in on that's spiritual? Does anybody have asked, how are you spiritually feeling today? Do you believe that there's any good in the world? Do you believe that you'll ever get better? And that's not as psychological as people think. It's a feeling. And if you don't feel that way, then you got to ask, okay, so what is going on in here? What am I doing here? Okay? And that's where the work begins. Now, it's not for everybody. Okay, just so we clear, okay, if you got something that's working for you, you do you, boo, and you keep going. Okay, this is not your program. God bless you. No. This is for the faith. This is for the dreamers. This is for the people who know right and wrong, are trying their best to make better choices. Because that's the key to the whole thing, is you just got to make the effort. You can't afford to just dismiss and discard, and more importantly, not listen to your intuition. When you're manifesting and praying and asking for things to happen, and the universe hears your prayers and they move things out of the way, you can't get mad at the fact those things are moving out of the way. It may not be comfortable or what you like, but you do need to take a moment. Yes, show your ass, give attitude, but then you got to stop. And what is the blessing that's coming from this? What information or insight is Spirit giving me? Okay, so in the universal flow, you got to stay that course. And that other nonsense, baby, it becomes like white noise in the background. It's irrelevant because it's not productive. It's not giving you anything. It's not helping anything. So why would you take it seriously? Why would you utilize your time to go in to talk to entities, situations, or knuckleheads that you already know energetically aren't going to be fair? They're not going to talk to you with some sense. They're not trying to look for a resolution. And you know what? That's okay. But you don't have to accept that in your personal existence. When you learn how to affirm and listen to yourself when you know things are going south before they get to a point of just unbearableness, the universe always puts things on our pathway, but we have to be open to those things. We have to decide with free will how to proceed with those things. Now, I'm exquisite at finding that affirmation that works just right for you. And the aromatherapy is available to you 24/7. You use it a lot in your house and don't even realize it. Okay? And when it comes to astrology, got you. Because once you look at a chart, for me, once I look at a chart and the person is ready to do their part, for their manifestation, whatever that is, we map out that plan and we work that plan so that they can receive what they're asking for. Now, choice has to be made at every step of the way. Every step of the way. So you don't get a free pass, get out of jail card, everything's going to be fine. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. You're still in charge of how those steps are managed, which way works for you, and of course, the ultimate decision maker on if you're going to proceed or not. That is your free will choice. And some of us are good at those choices, some of us are not. That's why you get help. That's why it's so important to talk it out with family, friend, clergy. And now there's so many things available online, including myself. So it's just a matter of you're picking what works for you at whatever frequency you want to receive, some insight, some suggestions. Because it's important, guys, that we stay in communications. That's the other thing that was brought out during this period. Being of service is communicating. Mm-hmm. That's sharing data and being able to help each other flow, especially when we're going through some turbulent areas. Just areas that are not familiar. Everything's, not as good as we prefer, or it's just a bump in the road. It happens. It happens. So using this affirmation, I know Spirit has a plan for me, and I'm walking in that plan right now under grace and perfect way, and so it is. Just use it. Humor me. Use it every day, 3 times a day, and focus on what you're saying. Listen to your intuition, I suggest, but if you don't want to, that's your biz. And just see if you're a little less stressed. If things make a little bit more sense. Your mental well-being directly affects your day-to-day life, which is based on your spiritual well-being. Yeah, you got to have some form of relaxing, some form of feeling at ease. And if nothing else, feeling safe. And I know that sounds like feeling safe. What's the big deal? Not everybody has that feeling. And that's where the anxiety comes from. And if you were a little person, and this is just my personal take on what I've seen, 0 to 5 is where we start our work. Because that is where you learned how you were going to survive and how you were going to deal with certain things in this world. Some are audio, some are visual, some are touchers, some are smellers. One of more of your senses was heightened during that period. And you may have been exposed to some really cool adults or maybe some not so cool adults. Okay? And that's a big factor as to how you developed and how you move forward. And it's those little things that once you understand that about self, that's why I recommend using the sea salt and the eucalyptus oil outside of your house. Just to freshen up and clean those areas that are just high activity areas or areas where there's service areas for the house. What's wrong with giving a little love to those areas? Because those critters, they live in those areas where we don't go that often. Okay? So that's my gift to you. That eucalyptus oil is going to open up your senses. It's going to clean the house palette. And it's going to create an air of energy around yourself. Which ain't bad, guys. God gave us fragrances and scents for a reason. But we have to use them. We have to engage with them. Okay? Now, at Candles by Ari, we do have the candle of the month, which is white for this month. It's pure white. It's a vanilla white candle. Like I said, they have 3 different sizes. We have 8 ounce, 12 ounce, and 16 ounce. Check that out. We do have mindful guided meditation this Sunday, which is the 22nd of September at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Now, here's the cool part. If you register for the class and you may not be able to stay for the full class or you may not be able to show up for the class, if you contact me, which you email me a request, I will forward you a copy of that class. So you have an opportunity to have a private meditation anytime you want because you can download that and use that as needed. How cool is that? And I'm giving that away to you guys because I want you to hear my voice and enjoy positive vibrational energy when you need it. When you need it. All right. So thank you for joining. As always, love my engineer. You do me so well. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube. Leave positive comments. Remember, hashtag Candles by Ari, all your pictures, and we'll follow each other, all right? Stay blessed. Bye. Bye. Thanks, guys.